Welcome to Flight Analytics,
Part 4
of a video where I cover my 10-hour flight from Col de Bleyne to Gorge de Verdon, all the way to St. Vincent and back to Col de Bleyne.
If you missed previous episodes, make sure you watch them first before continuing with this video.
I thought I might try to get as close as I can through this mountain ranges. And the day was quite windy. By now we had constantly 20 to 30 kilometer southwest-west winds. These are the gusts. Sustained, as you can see, is 19 kilometers southwest here. And it's a tricky way to do it. It's pretty gnarly and it's always in the lee side. The only thing that was going in my favor here is that these hills are kind of rolling mountains. They're not really super sharp. So I tried to gain some thermal on this. And if I would get lucky, I would be able to move in front here and then maybe jump that way. That wasn't the case, so I cut my losses once again. I went downwind because I knew that this hill here it's more steep. The mountains in front is more sort of round, and this is more of a cliffy, more better angle. So the valley flow comes in here, hits it perpendicularly. You can use the dynamic, and there's enough sunshine here to sometimes get some thermals. So I decided to stay here for a longer bit to wait for the cycle to get as much height as I can, but I didn't seem to be able to climb much higher than 1700. Once I got to the 17, I decided to, well, maybe this pocket here works better, and if I get lucky, maybe I can get something on the edge here, and then maybe connect to the bigger peaks and see if I get a good lift. Wasn't the case today, and again, I was just kind of losing height. So I thought, all right, so I can't push forward. That's end of the flight. Downwind, there's some options. I could connect to this ridge, maybe that ridge, ideally to this one. And again, these hills, it was more parallel to the valley flow as it comes mainly from here, pushing parallel to this one. Most of it goes through there. Some of it comes through the hill here, and some of it comes parallel to this one. Same wind comes around and pushes in there. So it's not ideal. It's pretty gnarly place, but I knew that I have landing options on the edge there. I had some fields there if I decide to jump over there. So I thought, all right, I'm going to try to follow the ridge, see if I get any lift. If I feel good, I'll go to the right here. And if not, I'm going to push in to land somewhere near the road there. So I got a little bit of a zero climb again, back to 1700, got even to 1800 almost, 1750. So I thought, okay, I'm just high enough. I might be able to connect to the ridge here. And I had a really nice line in the beginning, and then I start sinking. And that line, as the wind comes around, it comes up, triggers off this ridge line and moves forward. And as it goes more towards east, it starts coming down, and that starts pushing me down as well. Plus you have the wind coming from the other side, from here as well, pushing in, so it creates a bit of a lee side. And here it was pretty low. As you can see, I'm kicking treetops. I had landing options here. I could top land this place. There's openings there a bit, and it wasn't, the treetops wasn't that high, so it wasn't the worst place to land in case if I couldn't make it. I really had to push bar 100% here to push through the sink. I just barely made it out, and luckily for me, straight off the bat, I got some thermal. I got high enough, just high enough, to connect to the top of this ridge. It did work dynamically, but I wasn't able to really climb much higher. I was now racing the sunset, the end of the day. The sun was really low and the shadows were coming in. So my next idea was to go through this little gorge here and follow this ridgeline upwind of it. But the problem is that I'm only at 1600 and I have to come in the lee side or semi-lee side of it and then move east. I arrived with decent height, about 100 meters above the top. Got a little bit of a bubble. Didn't really work super good, but I gained still some 100-150 meters and moved forward. And here, as the takeoff is right there, I wanted to connect back to the takeoff and preferably top land. That would be great, but it's really late in the day. And my options was to go direct here and land on the bottom of the road there, or try to connect to this one, as that's more in the sunshine now, late in the day, and the valley flows end up there. It's the tallest place, so it should theoretically work. But I had no guarantee that it would work, and there's no landing options in this valley flow, in this valley here. And there's some options there, but that's pretty high up. And then this is pretty far, so I decided not to take chances. It's late, it's been 9 hours plus in the air, almost 10, and I'm getting tired. So I thought the safest place would be just go straight, and if it doesn't work, I can come down and land somewhere there. Tried to still get some bubbles, didn't give up on the flight because it's just there at the start, but wasn't my luck today, and I landed right there. And 10 hours of flying. Well, 3 minutes too short for 10 hours, but in my book that's 10 hours. I was feeling really good till the touchdown. Like, my legs are barely moving. Crazy flight. Nothing was easy. I had to work for everything. From the beginning, in the end, the only easy part was highway. Worked perfectly this way today. In the morning, got stuck. Stupid decisions. Got furious as well with myself and all, and then kind of thought that I lost the flight, and then just kept going anyway, super low and slow, and then it just happened. Somehow I managed 190 k's and in 10 hours, very slowly, but nevertheless